Hello. So we're gonna talk today about, I don't really know. I'm just gonna let this flow wherever it flows. But it's supposed to be like a stream of consciousness unloading. And where it came about was that my friend told me I should do one of these, and then I'm trying to practice on opening up and then being better with my social anxiety because I am just like so awkward sometimes. But okay, I think I need a little bit of emotional support from my plushies. This is Kickflip. He's an emotional support bear. He's not a bear. He's actually a bunny. Funny bunny. Ha 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 ha. There's a lot of plushies in here. My life is filled with plushies because, well, they're so cute and they make life so much more fun. Right, Kickflip? Yes, yes. Oh, it's a little more comfortable to talk to plushies than it is to talk to humans sometimes. But I don't know, life is strange. It's been pretty interesting lately. I mean, I love life, but it gets like freaking hard sometimes. Okay, I want to be better at just being a little more uncensored. I do cuss like kind of a lot, but then I do try to control myself-ish, but it's just like in the most free and open way of living. It's just like kind of whatever comes out, and then I think I'm just gonna censor myself after with like little sparkle music or whatever it may be. But I guess today, what are we doing today? We're making this video today. I've been wanting to make this video for like the longest time, like I think several months, but it's just like, you know, the fear of judgment and the discomfort of kind of putting yourself out there. But you know, whatever it is we try to achieve or do in our lives, we have a lot of thoughts about it. How is it gonna get there? By actually doing stuff in the material world, not in just ruminating the whole time about how things could, would, should, or will be, but in like taking action and seeing where things flow. And for me, I know that I do struggle with communication, so it's not like my shyness is gonna disappear and evaporate on its own. I need to like do things to go out of the comfort zone and break out of the shell, but baby steps, slowly, a little bit at a time. And it is a journey. It's fun, and it is opportunity for play. Every day is an opportunity for play. Every day is just so damn different in like being a human. Yeah, I think life is just so fun. Even though it can get stressful, it's like what we choose to focus on. I try to focus on the positive aspects, the skateboarding, how I'm madly obsessed with that. Are we gonna talk about skateboarding? Of course we are. It's gonna naturally bridge there because I normally just think of skateboarding like 24/7, like even in my dreams sometimes. And it's just like with every thought I have, it usually just wraps itself back to skateboarding because I just feel like I'm just learning so much through this process of trying to kickflip a 5-stair, which I did not realize would be so freaking hard until I started it. And then it's like I'm so far from that goal, and it's gonna take a lot of time, energy, effort to get there, but at the same time it's so fun that I've already like pictured this, or it's like I'm in too deep now and I have to get there no matter what it takes. But also like just take my time with it. There is no rush. So it's like life is meant to be like a journey of experimentation to create it, whatever it is that we try to create. But yeah, this is Neverland, my lovely sanctuary with lots and lots of plushies. And oh my god, I got a new pet recently. That is Evolution. That's baby girl. I ride her in the morning to go drink water. I try to start out the day with just a big glass of water, try to do like my rotations, try to stay healthy, keep my body up to shape so I can skate better. Yeah, everything I do is just like, oh, so I can be a better skater. But like skateboarding takes so much like time and energy. But I happily give myself to the skate gods because, I mean, after I found it, it's just like, there's just nothing really else I would rather be doing. Yeah, I like to skate a lot. It's just the process of like figuring out a trick is a lot of like back and forth tinkering, like with these tiny little details, and you only get better at it from like constantly doing it. So you gain a familiarity that makes it less scary. So once it becomes a little less scary, you can try like different ways of approaching the trick, and sometimes you will land it and then just totally forget like what you just did and had to like start over from scratch. But it's like coming back to being able to do the trick again and again. It really like creates a relationship to it where you're just so bonded that, you know, it may like never leave you again. Like certain tricks, it feels like a muscle memory to me. Like the shove it, I think I can literally do that with my eyes closed. I think so. I'm gonna experiment with that. I don't think I tried that. Maybe I could do the shove it with my eyes closed. But at the beginning of my skateboarding journey, like 3 years ago, like I could barely do that at all. You barely like do anything. It's like, it's so hard when you first start out skateboarding. And that's how it is with starting out anything new in life. It's just a lot of discomfort, and like the energy is like these walls of energy that blocks you from whatever it is that you try to do. Like when I was just trying to ollie and shove it, it's just like I felt like that's how to get over this major energetic wall of blockage. It's like just slowly baby tinker. You can't like rush all the way to the other side as well, because that's just like jumping too far. You have to like level up slowly. You can jump that far, it is possible, but like a greater chance of falling apart and getting very, very seriously injured. See, through skateboarding, I learned so much about life, about how the timing of things, and now not to overly rush things. But then it's kind of like using force but knowing when to back away, and kind of like finding the flow. Yeah, it's all about the flow, flowing wherever it goes. Ha 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 ha. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have some ramen after this, which I'm really excited for, but I still have a lot left to do today. I really want to film this video in my rainbow outfits, kick flipping on the bed many times as a part of this song. It's like a Valentine's Day song for my boyfriend. My boyfriend is my skateboards. I have multiple boyfriends. I have many boyfriends. But it is the love that, you know, keeps me coming back again and again, because it's just like, it just feels so good to skate. Like, I don't know, if you find something that you really love to do in your life, like why not just really try to enjoy and do it over and over again? I feel like we all have our vices, or whatever it's called. I don't know, it's not a vice, because this is not necessarily an unhealthy thing. I think skateboarding is like very healthy, but also very chaotic. I guess it can turn unhealthy. Anything can turn unhealthy. It's like our relationship to things that make them healthy or not. But the thing in and of itself is kind of like a neutral thing in the material world, although everything does have a certain sort of like energy field to it already that can steer your energy this way or that way. But it's just kind of like, I don't know, I just see everything as like cosmic collisions of energy and how everything plays out. It's like the grand design of life, and it's all interconnected. But you know what? Beautiful things take time. I love this mug. I have a lot of my lipstick on it, but I guess it's a beauty mark of life. But yeah, a lot of beautiful things takes time, because it takes a lot of like focused energy to bring it out into reality. And it's like, it starts in the thought realm first, and like the more intricate the thought, I guess like the more detailed it will become in the material world. But also sometimes, I guess some people operate by just a flow with the material world without creating it in thought first. I don't know, I think everyone is just like so different the way they approach life and think about things. But yeah, there's beauty for it, or to it. It's like everything exists. Many ways to get to a destination, many different paths. Yeah, life is endless. There's like infinity in all direction. You know what's something I also really struggle with is like keeping eye contact. I've been noticing, like, when I hang out and talk to people, yes, I'm looking at them, but I'm not really looking directly into their eyes, and eyes are the windows to the soul. And I guess, like, I just get, like, kind of shy and nervous, and also, like, uncomfortable with intimacy sometimes. I definitely do have lots of layers there. That's why I develop intimacy with inanimate objects such as my plushies and my skateboard. It's like, I guess, in a sense, very stable, and it acts like as a mirror because it's infused with my imagination, how these items responds to me, the way they play with me. And then it's, I guess, like, I love the world of my imagination, and it's always like a happy, sweet place for the most part. But yeah, sometimes the real world outside is just like, oh no. But I always try to see, like, the good and the beauty and everything, because there is a lot of it. Like, everything exists in the world. A lot of darkness exists too, but I try to just not look at the darkness. I turn away. I get scared. I do have, like, avoided tendencies when it comes to darkness, because I do feel like however we choose to design our lives by focusing our thought energy onto it, it will end up, like, manifesting. But there was a point where I was, like, interested in darkness and exploring it, and kind of just, like, out of a big curiosity, like, that energy was playful, but then it's also, like, got scary. So now I love to be a creature of the light and bask in the light, and, like, light is great. It feels light and airy and, you know, fun. But I guess we need kind of a bit of everything in order to create contrast, in order to enjoy, like, all the layers of life. Yeah. Now I feel like, let's journey to evolution. Let's have a seat on evolution. She's so comfortable. I love her so much. This is, like, one of my best purchase decisions. But then sometimes I feel like such a child. I feel like I just never want to grow up. I just want to play all day. And then no one my age around me is, like, kind of this way. So sometimes I feel like, I don't know, it just feels a little uncomfortable to deviate from the norm. But even when I put this... Oh, do you hear that? What did Kickflip say?
Open heart.
Ah! That is the sound of my bestie, my roommate, who got me adorable little Kickflip. Mwah! Oh, I have lipstick on, so I can't kiss you. But yeah, let's have an open heart towards everything. That's how we're able to let love in. Yeah. But as I was speaking about this platform bed situation, when I first had the idea, this is what happens, like, a lot in my life. Like, I have so many ideas that I'm absolutely in love with, but the journey to execution of those ideas takes a lot of time, energy, effort, that I am, like, not a good executor. But it eventually does get done. But it took me, like, months and months to put the platform on my bed. And then I was experiencing a lot of, like, self-doubt in a way. Like, am I gonna, like, my room up? Am I going to break? Like, is this gonna work out? How is it gonna work out? Blah blah. Sound levels, volume. I guess, like, I think this is a common occurrence for all humans. We have a tendency to overthink the out of everything. Just do it, and then that's how you know, like, if it's gonna work or not. But then my friends helped me put it on my bed, and that was just, like, a whole freaking journey in and of itself. Like, in trying to manifest anything, it's just like there will always be, like, these little roadblocks. And sometimes when you are already in the flow of doing it, you just, like, it becomes kind of a game. Okay, how to arrange this piece and that piece, and you know, sometimes we never play the game. We play the game in our minds and not playing it with reality. But in playing things with reality, it actually gets to turn out, and you just, like, push your vision, and eventually it gets there. It was like a mission to get this piece of wood in here, but I'm so glad it's in here. It's been a wonderful addition to my life. Like being able to skate in my room, oh my god. Yeah, very, very helpful. But then, being obsessed with skateboarding is a lovely, wonderful thing, but it's also like kind of funny sometimes, like the extreme lengths I go to, and I just end up laughing at myself because like, yeah, okay, this piece of wood is like massive. Where does it go when I need to sleep? I literally just drag it down on the side over here and let it hang off the bed. Like it's just literally so in the way, but like I don't even care because I just love skateboarding so much, and like literally it's only me and my plushies that sleeps here, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, I mean, honestly, sometimes life does get a little bit lonely. I've been single for a long time, and yeah, it's funny. This is a funny life. But I do get like a lot of like emotional support from my plushies, and it also created a lot of like extra time for me to really invest in like my friendships and my skateboarding. Like everything in life takes a lot of time and energy, and then I'm always thinking about like how to like divide my limited resources in terms of like time and energy, and then like my energy is kind of all over the place. Sometimes it's very high, sometimes it's very low. Actually, I do think I can have extremely high energy. I'm a little bit like manic and chaotic, but it's kind of like I hide that side of myself a lot of the times because it's just like a little bit uncomfortable for it to come out. But I do feel like that is kind of my purest state. Yeah. And then I'm trying to harness even more energy in order to channel and focus it towards skateboarding, because that requires just a lot. It's just a lot of focused energy on the board in order to get it to flip a certain way, and a lot of like, I don't know, it's just like thrill. It feels so satisfying to land the trick and to land it clean. And it's like when you land a skateboarding trick perfectly and it goes like with the air and like kind of you catch it with your feet, it's like a perfect cosmic harmony timing. When a skate trick lands perfectly, it literally feels like a perfect moment in time. It's kind of like such like a beautiful work of art, because like skaters be making things look easy, but it's atrocious how difficult and how ridiculous and crazy skateboarding is. That's why I became like so enchanted with it, because it's just like unlike anything I ever freaking seen. Like, jeez, like the more I discover about it, the more I just like, this is like nuts. It's kind of, the whole point of it is literally to like defy the limits of what's possible, and skaters are always trying to like skate bigger, more crazy, more dangerous things. They're jumping off of buildings, they're jumping into pools, whatever it may be. It's just like absolutely absurd. And I think it's like beautiful to really like stretch the limits of the human imagination. Of course, it's like dangerous and people can and do get really injured from it, but there are plenty of times where they don't, because they're like connected to this frequency of like limitless possibility, and then the boundaries keeps getting stretched over time, because skaters are getting like better and better as, you know, we're sharing information on the internet how to skateboard, and kind of just, I do think like humans learn, like I call it through osmosis, just by being around each other. We naturally just pick up on things. Or I've noticed like when I skate with certain people, or I'm around certain people, or just like, oh, okay, like my closest friends, I would start mimicking their behavior. I think because we all like each other, so we just like pick up on these little cues, and it just naturally kind of happens. Yeah, it's kind of like the beauty of human life. You are who you surround yourself with, so choose wisely. But then it's kind of hard, because everybody needs love, and then we have to create a community where everybody is loved, so that there is more love to be spread around the world. But that is like the foundational energetic basis for everything. I think love, it kind of is what created life, and it's like literally what we all want and striving towards and start trying to create and see more of. Oh yeah, life is like such a trip. I'm always thinking about what's a good way to condense this. I guess nature of reality, constantly spinning these thoughts again and then have a lot of theories, look for a lot of patterns, and I wonder like how far have I gotten into tapping into like, you know, how reality works. I think I've gotten like to a decent. So my phone just ran out of space and I had to delete some things. The video cut off on me. We're at 20 minutes right now, which is like pretty good, but I was about to go off on like a tangent about it would get like too abstract, and I don't think I want to go there right now. Okay, swivel onto the other way. What else are we gonna talk about today? Did I mention this yet? I'm about to go get ramen in a little bit, which I'm really excited for, and about to celebrate a good friend's birthday. I love birthdays, they're so fun. Yeah. Oh, I'm listening to lo-fi music right now. It's called Magical Forest Lo-fi. Yeah, forest vibes are nice. It's like, I feel like we should all be in nature more often. It would create more like peace and harmony. I want to go stepping on the grass with barefoot. I haven't done that in a while. I mean, it gets like really, really cold sometimes, but it feels very peaceful. It's like I'm getting re-energized from the earth, and yeah, it just feels very healing to spend more time in nature. And then I know in like some of the best periods of my life, I was going out in nature a lot, and I'd just be like laying on the grass chilling and like not feeling stressed out about like having to be anywhere. Yeah, it's just like everything is like constantly running, and then we're always kind of like on this time crunch, or maybe that's just how I feel. Maybe some of us are like more fortunate to not feel the time crunch, but sometimes I wonder, being in America and then having like the pressure of the American dream, or just everyone around you like just constantly working or trying to create or build something, it creates kind of like an energetic pool or wavelength of feeling like, you know, we have to do that too. And then I feel like we probably all kind of suffer from feeling like we're not good enough and always trying to create more, do better. But what about just like freaking like relaxing at the park, chilling at the park, looking at the grass, smelling at the flowers, not smelling at the flowers, smelling at the flowers. I do smell flowers sometimes. Oh my god, they say like, you know, stop and smell the roses. It's actually like really quite nice to do that. Because of that phrase, I did that like once when I was in this garden, and I'm like, wow, they all smell a little bit different, all these roses. It's like the details of life when you really slow down and pay attention to the details. It's just like unlimited details. Yeah, I just recolored my hair. I was doing it just the same color as before, and then I wanted to make it more fiery, but I ended up adding pink just because, you know, it looked the same as last time. And then I really love like the energy of newness and novelty, and since I'm gonna like re-dye my hair and go through all the work of re-dyeing it, I honestly do not like to dye hair. It's so tiring, but I love the way it looks, so it's like the satisfaction afterwards. Yeah, and I added pink, and yeah, it looks a lot different from last time now, so I'm happy with it. But yeah, I also make it very different every time. It's different every time how I approach hair dyeing, because sometimes I'll just get inspired for seeing something outside in the world, or like seeing someone else's hair color on the internet that looks really cool, or it's just like I look at the dyes I have and just slap it on. Like I feel like I operate with a lot of chaos, and then I don't really have a lot of structure, which is a blessing and a curse. I think I have like a lot of fun, but also like I just feel like a freaking hot mess like a lot. It's constant cycles of like, okay, I get a little more orderly, but then whoa, I get like freaking messy again. But it's okay, it's just a part of life, and it's fun. But what I've learned from Bestie that I will carry with me my entire life, which is like so amazing, is like everything has a home in relation to like the items we keep in our physical space in our room. But then I found a home for pretty much all of my items. They're all organized together based on what they are, like makeup in one area, plushies in another area. It's not completely like perfect, but then like just say I have like an earring out of place, is like, oh, the home for the earrings exists like behind over there somewhere, so it goes exactly in that place. But I always try to put things back in their place so that it's just not too crazy in my physical surroundings, because I feel like that does affect me, like mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Just like having all this clutter in the physical world is how I know like when my mental world is feeling a little more like because it's like what exists in here will get externalized. And then when I have trouble with kind of like keeping my physical environment more clean is when I just have more trouble with kind of just too much messiness inside as well. But then that's why we must have like a meditation, calmness, relaxation, like the art of laying down and doing nothing. I love that. That's like my favorite activity. Just put on music and just literally just lay and like let my thoughts wander where they want to wander. But I do try to direct when it goes to like dark areas. Like, no, let's not go there. I would not enjoy that. But sometimes I wonder, is it like the best approach to always avoid darkness? No, I guess just going with the flow. I have my preferences. Yeah. Okay. I think this feels like a pretty solid amount of time of just rambling. That was actually really fun. Yes, I will try to do this more often because I do really want to get just comfortable with not repressing what I want to think, say, or communicate. Or a lot of times it's not even that I have like a certain thing that wants to be expressed. It's more that I'm just so, I guess, fearful of kind of like disrupting the harmony of things. And I don't know, I'm just like a little scared of people in communication sometimes. But it wasn't always this way. And then, I mean, it's not that bad. Like, I can totally talk like normally and everything is fine, but I do feel like there's a lot of things I don't express just because I don't know, I feel like my thoughts just starts like going in too many directions that will like maybe counteract or conflict with what others want to say or talk about or whatever it was. I don't know, I'm just awkward. I think I just need to talk to people more. So I've actually been forcing myself out of my comfort zone a lot lately by just hanging out with friends again, because I went through like a terrible year in 2023 and I just went into complete hermit mode. So I became like really shy again. But I do remember that some of the best times in my life were being able to like truly connect with others and like being able to kind of just be more open and honest and like authentic. And before I had like no filter. Like literally I would say what I was on my mind, like no matter what it was, and it was just like this crazy chaotic energy. And then I don't think I was like the kindest person back then. I was like very like but it was like hilarious at the same time. And I do think people kind of like accept whatever version it is that is like the truest form of you. And back then that was just like my true form of just kind of being young and then being just like so wild, open and free. And I think as we get older we tend to like see more layers of life and then want to like, I don't know, kind of like just fit in more, or wanting like everyone to be happy. IDK, but yeah, baby steps towards better communication, lots more talking, because I do want to get like so comfortable with everyone so that like everyone can start playing with my plushies with me, because I feel like I just want to play with them. I just want to skate, I just want to drink boba, I just want to like just have fun. And yeah, like I feel like kind of awkward and shy. Like I don't know why I like this. But I guess my dream is to be able to like play with all my friends and they will just start busting out like plushy voiceovers and like making them do things like I just love playing with the plushie. This. Yeah, but you know, it have to be natural because we get to that level of comfortability where kind of anything goes. Like I wish to get to that level of comfortability with the world. Yeah, my dream in life was always to be like able to be like completely free, but it takes steps towards that freedom. Yes, I'm taking steps towards my freedom. Bah. Anyways, this was a very long rant and went all over the place, and I thank you very much for listening to me. I appreciate you very much. Yeah, to hopefully more of these and seeing where these goes. And my journey right now, I'm just trying to become a better content creator. I want to be an amazing content creator. I want to just pretty much like create art, like immortalize my life through art, through like my pieces of content. And then I have like a lot of very interesting ideas about how the skateboarding and plushies and how the worlds will interweave, but it's just gonna take a lot of time, energy, effort, execution, and probably, yeah, help and support from friends. So one day at a time, one step at a time. But I am excited to create more. Anyways, I love you. Bye bye.